Yes, good evening everyone. So today we will discuss about some of the key topics like JW token things and what are the necessary libraries needed to install the JWT token and how what are all the things comes with the authentication part. So, uh, you are introducing authentication means you are trying to build the login functionality where uh, the user uh, validation will happen. In detail, we'll look and try to implement it today, and also we'll also create a user table for it and try to save some data. Um, and like we don't have any pages, right? So we'll try to create user table, add some records into it, and try to perform CRUD and then try to validate it, the user. So there are many things to be discussed here today. First, we'll go step by step and complete the topics in detail. Okay, so I will be sharing my screen sometime. Okay. Mm, yes, I have opened my project actually. First project, see the first project. Okay. Hmm. Still, and there is a DB. So we have seen few things like okay, actually we have already created a user table, right? So you can use this same user table and try to perform authentication and all. So I wanted to understand. Do you know what is authentication? Like what is authentication? What does this things? What role it will play in the application security and all? Why we need authentication? Firstly, please add the comments. Otherwise, I will try to explain in detail authentication and authentication is the starting point and how you will implement in fast API in the real-time scenarios. What are all things my questions might come. So in detail, we have to spend some time into it. So that's why I'm trying to get some knowledge. Like, is any viewers watching know about authentication or not? Like, will okay. So first, open the chat GPT. Okay. So first, we'll understand what is JWT, explain in detail. But have you guys worked on any authentication module coming from other programming languages? There might be some default authentication model where when you take up Django, right? Django admin will give the default authentication model. So how the things are behind working behind the scenes, many developers might may not be knowing in detail. When you come from Ruby on Rails background, right, device, or there will be some gems like packages in when you come from like Node.js and all, you will try to use packages, JWT and all there actually. So in Python and Django background or Ruby on Rails background, right? We might have familiar with using with device and using Django admin where authentication comes by default. So this is JW2 is used for stateless architecture. So stateless architecture. Now the question arises: what is stateless architecture. So stateless architecture is the one where you are validating the token, and you are not saving the any user credentials, those things into the DB. Okay, so that is what stateless comes in. So initially discussing completely into it will not make sense, because as we go, once we get familiar, once we discuss about the architecture level, we can discuss in detail. But we'll try to see one thing in common is implementation of the JWT. But uh, as of now, you understand it's a stateless thing and all. Okay, and in JWT stands for, okay, JSON Web Token. Okay, so I will add a comment where JWT stands for JSON. Okay, JSON Web Token. Oh, like so actually, yeah, yeah, JSON Web Token is the standard used for securely transmit information between two parties as a JSON object. Okay, it is commonly used for authentication and authorization in web application, mobile application, REST APIs, and microservices. Okay, and why do we need why do we need JWT? Why do we need user logging? Yes, yeah, that's the main thing. So what is authentication? Do you know, guys? Why, what is authentication? First question is will be that so what is authentication actually? Can anyone answer? If you don't know, means please add a comment, explain. I will try to explain in a very uh, simple example so that you remember or you will get familiar into those things. What is authentication? Anyone? Okay. Okay. So let me explain what is authentication. So see, you want to, like, your application needs like you don't want to show everything. You need to perform a validation, user validation and all, and you want to avoid a miscellaneous user to use your application and all. So suppose say like Flipkart and all. So there are some pages where they don't ask you to log in and all, but once you go, like, or you can look all the orders things and all. Let me show it so that you will get familiar into it. Flipkart.com. So see, login is there, but the application is not is loaded. Okay, I can access electronics page where there these are all the different types of products in the electronics category, and in there are subcategories like laptops. I can go there. I can surf it. I can browse each laptop details also. I can see, and okay, I can go here inside it. Okay, here. Okay, here I went to this price also, popularity. Here it's not shown. Okay, it is asking login. So uh, one thing is, so until there we were able to access it. But when I want to go in detail of the product, or in detail of Azure expert, okay, I want to see this product details. Okay, new page. It has redirected us to new page. Okay, it's 6,000 and all. I want to buy now. Okay, when I click on buy now, buy now, it's asked for login. So this is the login page. Means authentication is login page where the the user validation is happening. User validation, like user credential validation, user name or mobile number is checked into the database of Flipkart. um Flipkart. So they will use the user name, and they will check, and does he entering the proper OTP. So see here there is no password. Password now has become very old now. So what they will do, they will validate using the OTP. OTP they will generate. They will generate an OTP and matches. So what the authentication is doing means it will match the phone number and the OTP entered. If correct, if correct, then only it will try to log in. Then only allow the person to uh, uh, access Flipkart order. You can place an order. So what it is telling in Flipkart, if you want any product to order, right, you have to log in. You have to enter your user details and perform a login. While doing login, what are all the things behind the scenes will happen? So that you have to understand. So you will enter user credentials, you will say, actually when you are coming into the programming, user credentials. So it might be like previously email played, now since mobile is with mobile and all everything. So you can go with email ID and password. In this email ID is valid or not, is valid or not, first they will check. Then the email id is exist in our db, into the database. So in our database this will be checked, okay, whether our if exist, if exists, then validation, then email id and password both are correct or not, correct or not is checked. Then they will allow the user to, then the will allow the user to access the application. Okay, okay, if you are very new to it, then you can't get it mean. So when you go to office, right, there will be watchmen. Okay, they are also trying to do like just like a login. They are not allowing anonymous person to enter into the workspace, right? If you go to any multinational, like many companies are there, means there will be watchmen. So how they are validating? They will be validating you by the company ID. So okay, if you show the company ID, okay, they will allow you into the campus. Okay, not into the organization block, actually into the campus. Okay, this guy is has the id, and this guy is from this company and he has this id, so he can come into this campus. So that is one way of real time validation. Okay, the other thing is mm, the common. Okay. Any darshanam ticket, if you book right, any bus ticket and all. So okay, online you will book a bus, and that bus is like VRL or any thing. They will come and check your ticket, right? So if any anonymous user comes and sits and he is traveling for free, they will not allow this. They will ask you some of the credentials. So they are also performing an authentication where they are allowing you to access the bus. In the previous example, it was campus. Now in our application, it was um, uh, like authentication. Like we are allowing that user to access our application. So we are restricting the user. So we are asking the users to enter the details. Why these details means? See, Anyone now, if the user details are anonymous, how we'll get to know who has placed the order? You should know, right? Who you once you log in, only user details can be taken, and you then the order things and all user details can be tracked. So for if you want any user details to be tracked, like in the place of ordering and all, we need the user details, right, to deliver the application. Address we need everything. So those things we'll get through validate login page where user will log in and try to perform get the user details. Then you will, if he orders or not, that's secondary, but you are restricting some of the access. So this is the thing where login plays or authentication role plays very important role. Now coming to the JWT, is this is the only approach? No, but this is the vastly used in the over 3 4 or like whenever like the Node Express actually Express with React, then the JWT, I think like it was massively used. Okay, so nowadays many applications are running into it, and there are many things to be discussed. So are you clear with why login is needed in our application and all? Huh? Are you able to connect the dots with the real-time application? If yes, I will try to move to the explanation into why now JWT we can go through the library or go through that how we can implement what are all things has to be discussed. Please type as like if you got to know why login is needed actually. Okay, so good. Yeah, please explain in very in an interview very simple ways and to the point in the real time examples if you take also, then the interviewer okay will get to know this guy has some knowledge to the real time application. That's what they will be looking. Okay, not the textbook definitions anything. Okay, so now why do we need, we discussed why only till now, but user logs in, server verifies, uh, okay, stores the user in memory database, browser receives the session ID, every request sends the session ID. Previously, I said in the was like stateless, right? Stateless and all. So now, in the previous libraries, without JW, what user will log out, server verify username and password, server stores the user session ID in memory and all everything. This was the thing actually. Browser login, server stores the session, returns session ID. Whenever the logouts, the session would be destroyed and all. Now problem is server must store the session. Suppose assume there are 1 million users and you are storing those 1 million sessions only. There is a lot load into the database, right? So database has to be scaled. Everything database actually you don't look into this. Like simply you are storing 1 million records into the database. It's an added cost. Okay. So and difficult to scale. Multiple servers need shared session, Redis, database, more memory consumption. You understand only this much. These 3 points you better avoid right now. Memory, more memory consumption means going with this approach is more memory consumption. Okay, now what user logs in, server verifies it, servers create a signed token and token is sent to the client. Client stores the token, every request send the token, that's it. There is no storage of sessions here. Their server will send one signed token, that's it. There is no place of storage here. Okay, now client login, server creates JWT, client stores it. Every request the client has to send the bearer token, JWT token, and the server doesn't need any store. So this is called as stateless authentication. Getting guys? Getting? So understand in the previous legacy approach where we used to store the user session ID, we used to store the user session details, and okay, and now we are using JWT using JWT, um, like what it will do, first verifies the credentials. That happens once the the thing are the once the user credentials are verified, server create a signed token here, and that will be sent to the client. Okay, only this much. So this is called as stateless. You are not, no, your DB is not getting affected. This approach is one thing as a new learner to the web application. One thing you can assume, oh, okay, previously there were 1 million of records every time we used to create it. Now that effort is removed, and the database is now free now. Now it is more optimized. Right? This approach is pretty good, right? So that's why you are going into JWT approach. And what is the JWT contains? See, you have to understand the structure first. What it contains? It contains three parts: header, payload, signature. Okay. Huh? The structure of the structure. One second. Let me write here. JWT structure. So it contains of header. Okay, it contains of header, payload, and signature. Okay, the three parts it contains. Okay, header, payload, and signature. Okay, example. Uh, like header contains the metadata where what type of algorithm you are trying to use. Okay, ELG is signing algorithm. There are three types of HS, RS, ES 256. And what type of algorithm and type is JWT. Okay, so what header will contain which algorithm, which signed algorithm we are using. We are using, and what type of like JWT, what are all the things. The header contains these details. And coming to the payload part, payload contains the user details. So payload is also base coded, encoded, implemented. If payload is not encrypted, anybody can decode it. Never store password, credit card, store only user ID and everything. Okay. So subject. Uh, oh, see standard subject claims issuer, audience, expiration, not before, issued at, GTI ID. So subscriber, this is the expiry and issued at, and ISS. ISS is who is the issuer? First API application is the issuer. Okay. So this will contain uh, these things, subject like user ID, those things it will contain. So payload contains much more details. So it will contain subject means where user details are there. Second one, expiration time, like the timestamp will be there. Okay, then comes IAT, issued it, when it was created it, when it was issued. Okay, then comes the last part, ISS, who is the issuer. Okay, issuer, who is the issuer, actually issuer. Okay, this is the things. And signature, most important part. Okay, most important part is, so this is base header, this is payload and secret key. So example, header, payload, secret key, and HSA signature. If someone changes role from user to admin, the signature changes. Server detects tampering, request these things. So complete JWT is signature look like. So signature things, uh, most important part signature is the secret key. Actually, this header where the secret key will be happening. So payload comes plus secret key HSA 256 signature. If someone changes the user role also, then the authentication changes. Complete header signature. Okay. Here comes the authentication. Okay. Here post username server validate credential generate and return, but they are not server verify the signature, check expiration, extract user ID, allow request. So whenever you do a JWT token means signature is verified first. Okay, this is an important part. So important part where signature is verified first. Firstly, okay. Uh, so you understand this mainly right now in this class particularly. Another 10 to 15 minutes we'll try to discuss, and then you can uh, another 10 minutes we'll discuss, right? So uh, how the verification will happen, everything I will explain while we are implementing it. Okay. Okay. These are all the things actually what now JWT contains. It's a status authentication, and it consists of two tabs, three parts, which is like header, payload, and signature. So whenever the token verification starts means from what point it starts means it will start from the signature verification part. But we have not gone in detail actually. We have at the starting step. Okay, until here you got the point now. What is JWT, like general idea? Okay, type comment as okay. Mm, so in the next session, maybe at 10:30 or 11 p.m., right? We'll try to implement this JWT token in our application. Also discuss some of the key points like DB design and all. So you got it right now. The minimum thing JWT and all. Now let's see what are all the things we need while incorporating into Python. Okay, you need uh, Python pass bcrypt. Okay, bcrypt. Okay, they are trying to use from Josh Python Josh JWT. They are trying to import, and this is the secret key and algorithm, which is the algorithm you are using, and you are creating a payload and you are encoding that payload. You are passing the secret key and algorithm here, and you can really check how they are. Yeah, that's what we can verify it, and later on you can build a login API. And let us can we have time? Can we do it, or like another 90 minutes is there? Please comment. Like, did you understand basic at least? What does the JWT stands for and all? What are all the things it consists? Uh, After 10:30, we can implement it in the real-time application. Then you will get more doubts also, more clarification also I will give. Right now, did you get the minimal, like why, what is the first thing is what is authentication, and how the previous approaches were there, and all. Okay, we'll continue then. Okay, now uh, what are all the packages we need for performing this JWT? Okay, so in fastapi, now we'll explain. We'll see ask ChatGPT. Okay. You can. Okay, you can have this diagram actually. Login request, verify username, credentials valid, yes. Otherwise, no, return 401, and generate token, then header, payload, return, and client stores the token, and how the things work. Actually, this is the proper structure. Like, I will try to copy and see whether it will be there. Okay, it is there. Okay, super. So verify the username and password. If the credentials are not valid, then you are directly returning error only. If it is the credentials are correct only, then you are going into generation of token, header, payload, access, return the access token, client stores the access token and decode it, validate the signature, check the expiration time, extract the current user, execute it, verify user, then user name credential. Oh, 1 second. Yes. Okay, now these are all the things like decode, extract, and execute the endpoint. Getting? Okay, so shall I implement in the fast API or like see we are left with only 16 minutes now. That's why I'm asking actually. There is another user also. I'm asking them also if you want to know, please join the next session also. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, then we'll continue. Okay, then we'll continue. One now only. Okay, give me 2 minutes. I will call one person. So now we can implement. Now we are continuing it, right? Now, so now you got the basic idea. So the what the interviewer explain means authentication means you have to start from the definition and explain and give some background, and then you are coming here to understand the technicality now. First step, what you want to install pipjo, Python, Josh, Path, Passlib. These libraries you are trying to install. Now, see, virtual environment is already on in our application. Now I'm trying to do it. No matches found. Okay, and pip install um, passlib bcrypt. Okay, okay, which no matches found. Let us paste now the other there. So before we used to Google it, now we are asking in one platform. That's it. Okay, there is no while learning. ChatGPT will be the better approach because it reduces the surfing of unwanted. So for option one or quick install, okay, you need okay skip. Okay, let us do this. Okay, see now we are done with this two packages. Okay, so the first step you have installed it. Hmm? Now let's go to this second step. Okay, now at the top I will mm, try to create a structure.py and I will paste this here. Copy and paste. Can't do I think so. Let me eliminate it. I will copy from ChatGPT and I will try to paste it out. No worries. Okay, so now let us get into the coding thing from Joe's import URWT and so you are so the timestamp right for timestamp you are importing date time from date time import import date time and also time delta. Okay, these two things you are doing now. Uh, will nowadays this is the secret key, right? This secret key can be anything. It will be a connection of string guys. Okay, so secret key actually they will try to save it in the as an environmental variable. Okay, um, it might be anything like my secret or my underscore secret, anything. This string like they will save securely in the server. Okay, as an environmental variable, like you can't change it like okay on the fly and all. And which algorithm we are doing. Let us now I am declaring here on the HS256 algorithm we are trying to use it. There is an additional braces. Okay, now mm, okay, so we have to wrap it right. So user and token. Okay, token you can send it, but there is full of okay. Okay, so you need this sample API. Oh, everything they are trying to do it, guys. Oh, oh. Okay, okay. Let us see. Yours and okay, what security only or let us avoid those secret key access expiration and past as defines decrypt. Okay, we have done the decrypt password as well. So fake database normally you query with fake user and verify user and all and authenticate fake user dot get where you can get the username and password. Okay, 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 okay. So here you have these things. These things are necessary. Now I will up on the application and will get the user details. Okay. So let us make this application on. Okay, there is error. Very good. No module date time. There is telling there is no module called date time. Mm, okay. Let us copy paste instead because there might be some spelling mistakes also from our end. Okay. So let us see. Re- Reloading here. See. So yes, copy paste is a better option now. Okay. Yes. Now that's the part. Um, okay. Now secret key you have algorithm. I don't want to keep the access token expiry. Okay. So coming to fake database, this was like we since we are having active users, right? Let's now run the active database. Okay. So I will run this get user. I will execute it. 1 minute, guys. One minute. I and I. Mm, okay, now guys. So one by one we'll try to implement. So see, you got the users right. So you have the user data. Don't then you don't need fake. So you will verify email ID. Only password is not required as of now. We are not like email ID is there. We can restructure it later also. Okay, email ID is there. With email ID we'll validate. Okay. So now how the thing implement now. So uh, here fake verify password, plain password, hashed password, or like here def authenticate user password dot get username. Okay. So now we'll try to add the method here. See guys, still we are left with a lot to learn. I am repeating because we are not structured it. We need to structure this application in the coming classes also. Okay. We are doing everything in one. Like we are purposely doing, like because uh, like like this only we'll try to learn everything at once. Then we will structure. Okay. So where authenticate where username or name only name or email ID. Okay, email ID I'm expecting and the user now mm, we have the user table. So on there are three active users. So this is the table, right? Now if you in the real time get session local is there, and instead of this do this authenticated db.query where user so db dot do a query of user, and this filter will be used for the conditional check. Okay. Parameter check, you can check user dot param email is equal to email. This email is this one. User dot email is the field of the user. Okay. If this is equal to, then you have to, it will return, and then you will try to get the first one of this. And if the user is none, then return invalid credentials. So if the user is not there, means invalid user. So what we are checking, you are checking the email ID. So yeah, this method is like we are showing the email ID and trying to enter the JWT process. Process is many. First process. Look, suppose assume like you are going into the workspace, and you are showing your ID to the watchman, and he is verifying is that valid ID where you are here, you are doing the validation with the email ID. So this is the first step we are trying to do it. Okay. If not otherwise if not return user, otherwise return user. Okay, user details you will return it. Okay. Now login API. Okay, now you are written a method. You know you have to use app.post, and there is already a session, and everything is there, and we are not using OMOS we are not doing, we are using DB session. Hmm? Okay. Hmm. Let me create it. Why we are creating a post instead of get? Why you are creating an API in the post request? Anyone? Why not get? Why post? This is also an important. Why post request instead of get? Okay, this is also one discussion point. Okay. In this question explains you like why we are doing a post request. Later on, I will explain in detail. Okay. These things why you are building this API in a post request, not get request. Okay. Mm. Now, so let us go ahead. If anyone know, please add a comment in detail like why you are doing a post request instead of get. Okay. Login. Um, Here form data is not there. Okay. Login only DB colon session. Okay, session. We are using session local or session. Let us see. Don't see. We are using a session local. Okay. You have to pass the session local here. Okay. That that method. DB session local depends depends get underscore DB where you are creating a DB connection. Okay. Um, Now user equal to authenticate user and okay, form data. Um, so okay, how we previously used to send the data. Let us see. Okay, there is everything part. Okay, and so let us pass the here only user details and here where authenticate user where user details um, authenticate user details dot email. Okay, okay, these things will you are trying to send. Okay, if not user, if the user is not there, you are raising an HTTP exception 401. Okay, 401 will be the status code. 401 means don't have access. Okay, unauthorized. Okay, so you are raising status code equal to 401, and if you want to uh, send the message also, you can send like this. Yeah, or like detail, that will be the detail equal to and password. Okay, now this is the thing. If he is found, if is there is equal to access token. Here they are calling the create access token. There is a method now. Where is that method? You have to create it, right? You have to write it. This method is very much important. Okay, you have to write it outside this. Okay, now like create access token where what what you are passing a data, and that data is a dictionary. Okay, and periodic. So they are responding to payload equal to data dot copy. Okay, whether use copy will try to see. Okay, um, expire. I will only use. I will not use minutes. Okay, I will try to create an expire equal to date time dot UTC now. Okay, and now pay dot payload dot update. Okay, dot update equal to, and this is like this. Okay, you are finding, and exp in the header payload in the exp unit, right? And you are updating the payload, which is the expiry. Okay, when it will expire. Okay. And return what you are returning. So you are trying to, you need to encode it, right? Jwt dot encode, and then return payload secret key, which we have already and the algorithm. You have to pass algorithm. Okay, and here you are trying to use it, you are trying to call it here. and inside this which dictionary you are calling here, you check it now. It's like mm, and here sub colon subject, please remember that email. Okay, user of email, we don't have any role. Okay, then this is the then you are returning. Okay, so you are not perform the indentation of this thing, there will be an error. Okay, do it now. Okay, uh, not access token, then you are returning returning the access token, and token type you can mention bearer or anything. Okay, but this, let us see how we can run this. Okay, there are errors. Create. Hmm. Yeah, this one main part. Okay, now it is reloading. Let us see. Yeah, it is up and complete. So to send the details, how you are sending, that is important. Where user details here. So let us see. Let us create an hash map here. Refresh it. Post handles a huge complex of data, facts of process. Get is used to fetch or read while post handles. Yes. There are another things. Another no. So post like parameters. While doing a post, right? Parameters. I have explained the query parameters, right? Was coming in the get when while doing a get request, right? You will give the parameters. You will get the parameters. What are all this you are sending? But while doing post, those parameters will not be sent. So your user details are hidden, and those parameters are not sent in the this URL. Okay, that's why you will do post to so that what will the request body details is hidden in the post request. You have to say like this: the request body. What are all the user details you will send it in the request body, right? So if it is a get API, then the request body details also will be shown as a query parameters and all. Okay, but while doing the post, it will be not done like that, and the parameters are hidden. You don't want to expose the user details, right? And the URL is altered, not altered. In the next time while doing any login to a real-time application, please watch. Like this URL is, it's not in application, no, in the web application you can see. Okay, so that's the point. Mm. Yeah, now this is ready. Okay, here comes, and let us. Before that, I will grab one email ID. Okay, okay, I will grab joshi@gmail.com. There is a post, login post. Okay, and user details where um, Joshi. I want to execute it. Internal server error. Okay, so there is no attribute called email. Okay, it's a string. So user details. Like here only I will tell user details, not do a get. Okay, where I will instead of user details I will write user underscore email. Here also user underscore email. In the authenticate, where is there is the email. Yes. Okay. So this how, like, see now the usage of ChatGPT is now minimal, right? See now we are able to grab the syntax. See now 422. Joshi. Yeah, see now guys, yeah, just the right time. While performing post also in the fast API, you can because you are not using your model. Okay, you are not using your model, but one thing is the invalid. Why 422 means okay, query missing type, query user email. Okay, okay. Let us see. Um, in the first parameter. Okay, user colon user. I have done this. Now while doing a post, okay, let me refresh it now. Okay, there is an error. Invalid arguments for a response field int is valid parentic with field type. If you are missing return valid. Okay, so example. Okay, so now okay, email none. I have defined. Let us see. Okay, it is at least running. Okay, then I will write the get execute joshi at the rate gmail.com, right? We will try to send this as an email. Joshi at the rate gmail.com. For email required, please correct the following. Required field is not provided. Okay, let us see like this. With all trial and error. Okay, here Joshi at the rate gmail.com. There is an internal server error. Name DB is not defined. Yes. Okay. Go up, up, up. Which line? DB. Okay. DB dot query. Only we are done with right. DB equal to session DB. DB session local depends. Okay. We have sent like this or not? I will try to copy this line. Okay. Name DB is not defined out. Okay, you can see you can create a class also and pass it down. That is not an issue right now. Why my database is coming like this? Hmm, maybe the connection issue. Oh, okay, you are doing here. One second, one second. Here DB session local here. I think you need depends. You need to call. Now refresh it. So like when you're new to this framework, you can do. Then slowly, we have to debug. Okay, everything you can't ask for JavaScript and try to do. Slowly, we'll also try to debug one by one. Okay, still it shows internal server error, and there is no depends. Okay, depends. Okay, one thing is mm, okay. So let us see. Is there any issue? So like in the live session, you'll get to know how the things work if any error comes, right? If the same thing happens, like nowadays, like they will be initially done and everything. Session, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, and might be updated code now. We'll see one by one. From that authenticate DB session. Okay, you know me depends here. Okay. DB session local. Okay. Let us see. No, not there. Here. Okay. Okay. Now the things there are server error and missing arguments. It says internal server error. Now Depends objects has no query. db.query. Okay. Okay, time data is needed maybe. Okay, minutes is needed. Okay, no, only UTC is not needed. Or time data also is needed. Okay, that got to know. But yeah, hi. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Mm. So user dot query dot user dot filter. Okay, one big thing. Let us see. Let us debug using ChatGPT only. Mm. Okay, DB session. Okay. Mm. DB session. Mm. Okay, one thing will remove. Interactive session. Oh, super. Okay, okay, okay. One thing will load it here. Deepa, internal server error. DB session local. Mm, DB session it is coming. Okay, did we use the session here? Did we import? We are imported session. Okay. Well, the session is okay. Type error. Okay, where which line? 460. Okay, 460. Okay, argument error is coming, right? Yeah. Mm, if you remove it, okay. So otherwise, what the ChatGPT was telling? Now you have to send your DB. Okay. Removing is not an option because I have done it. Okay. Let us send here the DB thing. Okay. Let us see what will be done. We are just trying out. We are trying to explore the things. Still very good to me. User object is not subscribable. Okay, sub. Okay. Here comes this one. Where user dot query, where sub right. User underscore email. Okay. Hmm. Okay, no server error. Okay, let us see. Date time. Did you define date time? Okay, date time dot utc. So one by one we are trying to fix. Here we are at date time. We are imported it actually. Date data time. See error, and also will attach the time delta also. Well, let us see whether it will throw an error or not. If not, we have why to change it. Okay. Hmm. See now, successfully you are generated a token. Superb. Congratulations. This is the one where that is this is the access token what we have generated. Okay. So the API is working now. It's not an ideal part, but ideal part we will see later. But one thing you have to understand here, this part where I will try to explain you now. See this, like this, you should not come right. User details should not come like this, right? For post API, what I explained, for post will not expose the request body, but here it is doing it right. So how you can avoid? You can avoid using simple building a class here. Okay. So as we have created like user response, user like where like here user login base model and email equal to email str. That's it. And how you will use like we have used put like a response model like this, and you are passed right user equal to like there also you will try to pass it like this only. uh, User underscore email equal to user login. Okay, a better user equal to user login, and here you will try to use user. Okay, and here user like user dot email you can write it out. Now let us run the application. See required, there is a structure now you have see the URL. uh, Forget about the error, it will be still there because user underscore email not defined, where user underscore email where it is there. Yeah, okay, here user. Okay, reload. So let us perform, do it again. Okay, you internal server error. User is not okay. JSON. Okay. So I will call here. Okay. Let us now. Yes. Now what has changed? What has the what we have fixed now? Tell me. Explain. Explain what we have fixed now. See the URL. Now see the URL. Right. Query parameters are not passed here. Okay. This is where post request and use of those class will avoid. So post request plus the class login class you have built, and you, instead of sending the parameters, you have sent the class, and which will intern have the parameters, and in the query it will be not shown as the query parameters while doing a login. I hope you are getting now. Until now, did you get the information? Are you? Is there any doubts? Please ask. No doubts, huh? Okay. Shall we? Okay. Once. Yeah. Now we are done with the all steps. Okay. So, okay, I will explain go through once again. First, we have passed the user details here, user.email ID. You have checked the email ID here. If the email ID is not there, then it will throw then this will create a token. One using JWT encode, you are passing the payload here and secret key algorithm. Based on this, the token is get created. So we have just generated a token, like passing a email ID which was present already present in our database. Okay, and the access token only we are returning. So you have created a login API where you are sending a login details, you are calling authenticate method and create access token, and you are returning an access token in the response. This was the creation of login API. Got it, guys? Any doubts? Understood? Or any details needed? Okay. So let us wind it up this one. Now we'll wind up this session now. We'll complete our dinner and we'll start. We'll resume the session in the next session. We'll see some of the problem statements, some of the recent interview asked questions, and we'll prepare accordingly on Python. Okay, that's good, right? Okay, I'm ending the session right now. Thank you for joining.